What do you guys feel about the city council?
Uh, oh, good.
Are there any issues in particular, some of the candidates that some of the candidates support or disagree with that you believe are true?
Oh, I'm concerned about removing protection of wildlife. Me too.
Hi, my name is Ragav. What's your name?
Ginny Mullen.
Tom,
So, would you guys like to tell us about like the city council?
Well, I'd like to speak more about voting itself, not even the issues, but I think it's incredibly important for people to be voting and to be participating to the degree they can.
what in particular are you interested in knowing about City Council?
Like, what do you think about it?
Well, I think they're great. They're dedicated people who spend a lot of time, and I voted for them to to get $5,000 instead of $3,000, which is still a pittance for all the hours that they do on behalf of Burlington citizens.
So, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Who'd you vote for?
I don't want to.
For City Council, Joan Shannon.
So,
We had some good. We're luckily we had some good choices. There are lots of times, of course, there's only one person. There's not a contested election, but I'm impressed with Charles Simpson as well. And it was hard to make a decision. But Joan's done a real good job, and Charles has a lot of good ideas as well. So it was a tough decision.
So, why'd you support? Why'd you feel like strong about supporting the candidate you chose?
Well, again, she's got a proven record. She's done well. She's reasonable, and she didn't support the Champlain Connector, the road to nowhere, and yet it's clearly going to be a done deal. And so to try to make it the best it can be, which I think is a smart thing to do. So to try to, I'm concerned with just bringing all that traffic off 189 into Burlington. I think, down on Pine Street somewhere, there's going to be a crunch when all those cars get off, and I think she's looking out for it to make sure that that's going to be done as well as possible to try to make it and still provide for walkable, bikeable Burlington as well.
What's your name?
Susan Marie Harrington.
And what brings you out to the polls today?
It's important to participate. We had important questions on the ballot today about amending the city charter and, elections for city council. If we don't participate, we don't have a chance to help shape the direction of the city.
And
most importantly, supporting the school budget and the school bond. So, most importantly, to support the school budget and the school bond.
And why do you feel it's important to come out and vote?
Because if people don't come out to vote for the school budget, our schools will start failing. We have a really important job to do right now in Burlington in terms of securing the funding for our schools. And so really coming out to make sure that you guys have good educational experiences I think that was really the most important question on the ballot today.
Are there any issues in particular you feel strongly about?
Well, I'm always concerned about what's happening locally because, I think that's the most important place for us to start with politics because these are the people who are making the decisions who are going to be affecting all of us directly. So, yeah.
And how do you feel about the city council elections?
How do I feel about them? No different than usual. I just think it's important for us to know who the people are, what they're doing, what they stand for, and what it is that they want to do to help Burlington.
Why do you feel it's very important to support the schools?
Because you go to them. Well, because I think just kids. I think we should. If I had to pick how to spend my money, it would be something for kids, to do with kids, so that you can have the programs you want, that you need, that, education's a good thing. So, and people have to make choices, public officials have to make choices about how they spend money, and if I were to make that choice, I would say spend it on kids.
Do you have any issues you support very strongly or have very strongly believe for or against?
In addition to the capital bond for the Burlington schools, also the raising of the minimum wage. Yeah.
And what makes you feel that it's important to raise the minimum wage?
As a social worker, I know all too well how important it is for people to be able to earn enough to support their family, and it's never fair for someone to work full time and still not be able to earn enough to support their family and have enough food or pay for housing.
And is there any other issues that you support?
That's it.
And is there anything else you'd like to add about voting?
Voting's important, right? Do you want to tell them that?
What grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
What grade are you in?
First.
Voting. Say go vote.
Go vote.
Thank you guys.